So I believe this is probably going to be video number 5. We've got everything ready. This is all ready. I'm going to put this in here. I have to have my arms in here. Okay. These are the support arms. They're going to go in here. Make sure they fit snug. These have been designed to be the proper height. Okay. All right, so the green, here's another little trick. I want to put this in here. See that? And then I'm going to take my finger and pull these brushes around. Then bring it over and let that be snug here. Now, again, this needs to be perfectly in this way, right? Well, what happens is I need, probably to get this thing started, I'm going to need a lot more axle over here. Now, whenever you made this thing, it's pretty tight on this axle, but if we just put our fingers right here, we can push this right here. Now, you got to push pretty well. That makes a little indentation here. But what I want to be able to do is spin this, okay? Now, it can't spin so much that it falls out, okay? And this needs to be spinning inside of this. It needs to be fairly well lined up. Do you see? At the same time, I don't know if you can see this on the video or not, but this one is touching, and this one is touching those bare wires as they come around. All right? And I notice this one's touching a little bit more. I can bend that out just barely, and it'll run more smoothly. It's still touching. If you bend it out to where they don't touch, it won't run. Now this one's going to sit here and run pretty well. So see how I've got a little more room here? I don't like it's almost ready to fall out. So what I can do is push just a smidge more there, and it'll work. Now what we're supposed to do is cut some of this, put it right there as another bushing or as a spacer, right there. And I know the instructions say cut it to a specific length. Okay, I'm not worried too much about that. You take this apart gently. Put this on here. Now if you run out of these, I've used the insides of old ink pens. Make sure you don't get all the ink all over you. So like I said, I'll put this one here. Get those back there. See, that's a pretty good spacer. I'm going to keep it from moving too far this way. All right, and up here, we can put another spacer. If you make these too tight, though, it's going to create friction, and it's not going to allow your motor to turn freely. So if you make these too tight and it doesn't turn freely, real free like this, if you got these too tight, then you'll have to take it apart, okay, and cut them shorter. All right, mine is not sticking down here very well. I don't like that. Okay, notice if you have made your wire too tall and it's hitting right there, you've got to rewire that bottom part. You've got to take it all apart and make it rewire. Here's the next part. Okay. The closer magnets are together, remember this is going to be a magnet and this is going to be a magnet because of the wrapped wires and the electricity. The closer the magnets are, the stronger their field, right? So guess what I can do? This outside piece can be squished together to make it closer. All right, as long as it still touches or still spins without touching, it should work. If you have any questions, shoot me an email.